I am woman phenomenally. Phenomenal woman? That's me, Maya Angelou. Welcome to this segment of the Afrocentrist podcast, The Woman, Her Story, and Her Impact, where I get to speak to women from across the globe, sharing their stories and how they are impacting their world. Coming to you every Wednesday, 4 p.m. GST. Of course, with your favorite show host, the energetic EJ. So, make it a date with me every Wednesday. The Afrocentrist Podcast, proudly African. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Afrocentrist Podcast, and especially this segment, The Woman, Her Story, Her Impact, where I get to speak to women from across the world, sharing their stories and how they are impacting their world. And today I have with me a gorgeous young lady, a Nigerian woman, and I'm so proud of her. I heard her story, just a tip of her story, and I'm like, no, we need to hear your voice. We need to hear your story. We need women from Nigeria, from Africa, to hear your story and to be inspired by it. And that's why today on the show, I have Comfort, the CEO, founder of Comfort Salon. Okay? So sit back, relax, and dive in as we're going to start into, just dive into her story. She has a very fantastic story of how she got into the UAE, how she moved from like this on the floor to like this as she is today. So go nowhere, grab a cup of coffee, your cup of tea, and your bottle of water, and let's meet Comfort Babatunde. See you in a bit.
Okay. No.
I know you said you're shy.
I am,
but it's okay. You're not shy and insane. I mean, the first time I met her, we were at a hangout and we were all introducing ourselves, and it was the authenticity for me. Like, she wanted to start, I'm like, oh, I've been in Dubai for so years, and I started as, like, please, I started as house help. And I'm like, hello, who is this woman? It was the authenticity for me and her down to earth. And when I approached her, like, I would love to hear your full story. Like, no, I'm shy, like, don't worry. When I'm with you on set, your shyness flies away because my boldness and my energy is enough for both of us, right?
Yes.
So you are welcome, Comfort Babatunde. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you so much.
Can you see how gorgeous? Because at Comfort, this is what they do: hair salon, makeup, nails, you name it, just your whole full spectrum for beauty. So if you are anywhere in Dubai and you're anywhere close to Al Basha, even if you're not close to Al Basha, find your way to Tikam, Basha Heights, and come to Buy Comfort. Let them treat you to some nice makeup, nice hairstyle, nice nails, okay? And you'll be glad that you came. So good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored.
Thank you for having us to be here.
Thank you.
Okay. Before we go into the story, because you're going to tell us your story now, that one I want to hear. The gist I'm here for. But before we go into the gist, I always like to make you comfortable, like say, this is gist we are gisting, okay? Forget this camera that is here.
Okay.
Right now. Just let's gist. Okay. As babes gisting. Okay. 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 Fantastic. what is the funniest thing you've ever done? Something that when you remember right now, you just be laughing even if you're alone.
Ha! Ha! No, actually, there's a lot. In fact, just thinking about it, there's a lot, but it's actually not something I want to say.
Please say one of them that is shareable. There was one of them that is shareable. What is it? Tell us.
No, honestly. Honestly.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right. Okay. But you cannot miss.
I will still say it either way. Maybe later I will still tell you.
Okay. So my second favorite question before we dive into your story. If you were asked to choose between
Hey, I'm waiting. Shall not mess up $50 million.
Okay. If you were to choose between being tall, right, and being huge, like round, which would you choose?
The height anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how intimidating that is?
Can you imagine? See, look at somebody that is shy.
Like seriously, like you just woke up, like you just walk, you see somebody everywhere, like
somebody's
everywhere you enter, like they go like,
hi.
and trust me, even my guy, I still look at him like this.
Are you serious?
Even with my heels, like
wow.
So it's the height for me. Take it like personally, preference, like that height.
Are you all tall in your family?
My dad was not tall. My dad was long. My dad was not tall. Like he was like may so rest in peace. Like he was really tall.
Wow. Did
Like,
he play basketball?
No.
Was he in the army or something?
No. He was a civil engineer actually. Yes. Wow. Like he's really tall. And my mother, and both of them, they're like opposites of each other. Like my dad is like this, and my mom is like this. But you understand when you see my mom. The African, so you will know why the band is so yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Good to know. Okay, now we know something about you. She likes height. She's tall. It's okay. We know. Top intimidating short people like us.
No.
So, Comfort, let us get into your story. Like, what is your story? Like where did you, where, let's begin from the beginning. Like, you came into the UAE 5 years ago. What were you doing before you left Nigeria, and why did you go to the UAE?
Okay. First of all, I actually have an MD in sexual studies, and I have a BSc in international peace and conflict resolution. Family of 5. I have an amazing elder sister, 2 amazing elder brothers, and a very beautiful, amazing younger sister. Yes.
Love it.
So, Kai, I don't even know where to start from, because honestly, I have done like a whole lot. Like, trust me when I said a whole lot. So, used clothes, cooking. In fact, it was a cooking story that was even very frustrating, and not because I wanted it to be frustrating. It was the Nigerian government that made it more frustrating. Honestly,
You had a restaurant.
yeah, it's more like okay. When I finished from school, I did not see. I've always had this thing like I don't want to work for anybody. I don't know why. Even at the time I was saying, it's not like I actually know what you want to do or what. Just that, I don't know. And I think I got that from my mom, because my mom can sell anything.
Wow.
Like that woman is enterprise, like to the core. Like I don't know. So I was just like, okay, no, I don't want to sell. I don't want to work for anybody. I don't want to, like, no matter what it is, I will just try to find it. So I started, of course, now I wasted money a lot before I could even realize, okay, this is what I wanted to do. So it's that I was even going, okay, I want to do this, I'll just go and buy it without even knowing how to separate the profit from the interest, just, and before you know,
money don't go.
And I'm sitting down, back to the drawing board.
What are we doing next?
So, but over time, there was now something I realized I actually love, and that was cooking. I could spend 24 hours in the kitchen cooking and not getting tired.
Wow.
Although I'm a terrible eater.
I know.
But just
that
cooking for
feeling.
people to eat, and
Yes,
then
to find joy in
now
it.
wait, I'm looking at the expression for
Wow.
them to see probably if they
If
enjoy
they like
it
it
or not. Then I started. Then even with my certificate, it was like, okay, fine. It's not like I even had money to like get like a food
bar
restaurant. I went from mechanic villages. Like, you know, this kind of setting that you have in Nigeria, that you go to mechanic village and you just put table.
And then
And
serve
just
the mechanic
small,
there.
yeah, you put your umbrella, you put your this, you put your that. I'm telling you, I did that. Then over time, it's that they come, they clear out the place, they say the government wants to use the place, before you know they're looking for another location. I sold food in the car park. You know the normal setting that when you have buses that want to travel Kaduna, Lagos,
Wow.
that kind of car park, I sold food there. Same thing, task force will come from nowhere.
Play it.
Like different places you can ever imagine. Like if I got to a stage where I was like, no, we can't continue like this now. I even started selling more money to the point that when I was in my house. So now when I had like 2 people that were working with me that would make like over 1,000. So, and I have other people that, okay, because I'm paying them like per day, so they will come give me like 100 piece or 50 piece, you go and sell. When they come back, they will do. And at the end of the day, by the time everybody finish whatever they are doing, even me too, I'll carry my own location. You know? So there was one particular day that we had like mass loss that day. I will never forget that. It was mass loss because tax force again. So they caught like 6 of my staff that went to sell. So, and you know when the tax force catch you there, those ones that they didn't manage to run, but
they will confiscate
everything. I bet which account I want right now.
Oh my God.
So over time, then there was now one time I now borrowed money. And now because someone now told me that there was this space that okay, the tax force, they will never get there, they will never do this, they will never do that. This is like, I'm talking about, if I am not exaggerating, I tried out like more than 8 venues. So you can imagine when they come, at this time around, some they will come and level it. Some like with your food in the cooler and everything like that. So now there was this particular place they told me that they said this place that tax was doing because they don't normally come there, they will never disturb me, blah blah blah. Since like that, I will borrow money. I borrow money to buy the place. And this time around, instead of the usual umbrellas, we made canopy.
More investment.
Make canopy, made. Because now you have to do like this instead of plastic chairs. So some plastic chairs they got this normal wood thing exactly. Borrow money to cook. You see the day we start, the day we say we wanted to do so.
That's when task force came.
It's not that task force came. They leveled it with my food.
Hey!
And the canopy. And every I stood there like this.
You could not even express anything.
Me, I'm even thinking of the money I borrowed that I started paying. Do you understand?
Oh no.
And that was the day I was like, no
more.
What done? Like, no, I can't do this again. Like, we're done. You know? So then I called my brother. Not my brother, my uncle. Because my uncle stays in Dubai. My mother's younger brother. He's been here for I think 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, he too, he started as like security and all that, but now he's an accommodation manager in one of the hotels, one of the 5-star hotels, you know. So I called him one time that I needed money. So my uncle told me that he was not going to give me money. Now what am I doing in Nigeria then? That if I want something that like a job, and I'm at least I'm a graduate, if I wanted a job or something, I should come so you can find me a job, so that way at least I can earn, because he's been hearing that everything and I'm still not giving up, I'm just wasting money. And to them they say that as I'm wasting money. To me it was more like man, I'm not giving up.
I can't give up.
Like because I can't just say because of any small thing I'll be like, okay, no, it's done. Because at the end of the day, that is actually how you start creating or building your comfort zone. So, and at that time, before that last wedding, was the time I asked my uncle for that money. So he was like, just come to buy and work. And I told my uncle, I was like, please, if you want to do this, okay, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you was like more than 4 years before this last one. That was when I was like, nah, Then
Let me get back to him now.
Then I went back home. I think about 2 days ago, that same day. I can't remember. But I just know that I was thinking till all through the night till morning, still trying to like, should I try again? I'm owing. And like bills are piling up. I need to pay my rent. I need to pay back this loan. I just called my uncle. I was like, he was not even picking. I now said to me, sir, is that what fasting was doing? He said yes. And even before he said yes, he first of all laughed at me like, Abuja big girl. Like in Yoruba, you don't change mind here. Abuja big girl. What happened? What changed your mind? You know what? It was just like teasing me and all that. Then I'm like, oh, I'm ready. I want to go. So over time, then he asked me to send out some necessary documents and all that. I did. Then he got me one, as in we got like, I came into Dubai with a month visa. 1 month. Because you know, I actually thought the job was something that was so, even him thought that, because he wanted to get me the job where he was working.
Okay.
You won't believe that the week I entered back, that same company put an embargo on employment.
Oh wow. So you'd be like, what is going on here?
In my mind, I'm like,
did I make a mistake?
Which kind of phone call is now? I just sat down like this. He was looking at me. He said even he did not expect. Like if he had known, he would have even waited or extended the, you know, because of course your visa will start reading to you
enter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then after the first week, after the second week, my uncle now called me. He was like, see, he doesn't want to switch over. I will stay and I will start having fasting.
Yeah.
So it was like, he thinks it's the best for me to go back. So as soon as he gets the thing done, or even another one, then I'll come back. I say, oh, I am not going back.
I go nowhere.
Like,
We stay here. We live here.
I said, look, forward ever, backward never. See, tell me what's on the table. And he was like, what is on the table? I don't think you will be able to do that. Like, oh, what is
Tell
that? What is on the table? He said he has like an old colleague that works in Media One Hotel.
Okay.
In Media City, that he can talk to, but he knows that the only job that is so easy to get at that time was housekeeping. I'm like, So I'm like, so in Yoruba, I was like, you think he's that? In fact, even he was like, you think I said, no matter, I said, at least I want to know how, as in how bad can it be? How hard can it be?
I will learn it.
Like, and you know that there's some different level of physical work. Cooking is standing in one place, right? Is that you're sitting to cut, or you're sitting to sell, or you're standing to cook? Your movement is not like you're, you know. But housekeeping, I'm telling you, any day you go to a hotel, the least you can do is, if you check out or you're even going out, just try and just help these people keep a little bit of, you know, organized food, because men, sis, that shit is not easy. Like, it's not easy. So before I did it, so I now called the person. I was like, okay, I'll do it. Then he called the person. Then I went to the hotel. They did like a normal interview. I did interview. Then after like few hours, they asked me to shadow like somebody. Asked if I shadow that person for like maybe 30 minutes or 20 minutes. If I shadow them, then I can, if I see what they are doing, then they will now lead me to a room to handle it, to do it myself. So that would be like a physical interview. So the next thing, I did interview. And then I went with this lady. She's a Filipino. I shadowed her for like, I think I shadowed her for we cleaned like 4 rooms together.
Okay.
So she now left me one. Mama, I did one I could do, but at least when she came, she saw the whole thing. Then she called the manager. So the manager was now asking her, what does she think? Can she do it? I'm like, yeah, at least for the first time, why not? That is how I got the job. Then I got the job. What now happened? Then I resumed. I think 4 or 5 days later. The last week
For your visa to
my visa to expire. That was how I
such determination.
So, sis, that was where it started. You see, the first day, because now I was cleaning, I think I was cleaning like minimum of 10 rooms a day. The truth is, the day I resumed there, because at that time, I think it depends on more checkout rooms and more, in when the guests are still inside.
Okay.
So now, I was cleaning minimum of 10 rooms. Sister, you see, the first day, I resumed. In the middle of the night, I can never forget that I wanted to go use the washroom. Then I wanted to stand up from my bed. The next day I just like this. I just screamed, yeah!
You're back! Oh my God!
Like I could not lift anything.
Wow! Oh God!
My back, I was walking like this. Of course, I went back. I just resumed. So everyone was like, don't worry, you will get used to it and all that. Mama, that was how I did it, back to back. The first month, the second month, the third month, I realized, I'm really tall. I'm 6. I'm always bending to clean. I'm always bending to lay the beds. I'm always bending, so it started to take a toll on my back. That shit was not funny.
Whoa.
So I now called my uncle one time. I'm like, Uncle, see, this job, it's not like I
cannot do it, but
the truth is not like I cannot do this job, but the truth is, I don't want to straight up buy. Somebody's looking for something better. At the end of the day, you now get one and start cheating yourself. I said, my back is aching, and this is not just normal ache. And I'm in my early 30s. I said, my back is aching. I can't do this. Then, my uncle was like, okay, I should just calm down, let him see what that these people have. Of course, they're still not employed. Then, I think the ending of that 3rd month, I just called him, I said, Uncle, because now, honestly, at that time, my back was getting worse.
Yeah.
So I was like, no.
Can't stay.
So I called my mom. My mom and my sisters were like, it is when I start having issues or one thing that I want to know that it's serious that I should stop. Then when I now called my uncle, I told him, I said, see, I think if you can't get a new job, I will just go back
home.
So that was when he knew I was serious.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, I should wait, let him talk to somebody in the hotel.
Whether they can change?
No, not even in that hotel.
Okay, another
hotel. It was called Gloria Hotel at the time. Gloria Hotel.
That's here.
No,
that's just 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
It's not 2 seasons, okay.
Because before
it was
Gloria Hotel, Gloria Yasat.
So
I think they now sold to
one.
They now maintained Gloria before. Later, they now changed to 2 seasons.
Okay.
So he now spoke to he called someone and they said, okay, I should come. And they said, okay, the only thing available was waitress.
Oh, that's another one.
But at least I was working. So I'm like, although at that time I did not even know how waitressing was.
Okay, yeah.
So I went on my off day. I went for the interview. When I got there, the guy interviewed me. In fact, the man was looking at my CV like this, was asking me like,
why?
He said, are you sure? He said, I think the person you edited their CV, you forgot to edit some things. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, this is not and I'm looking at like how? And he said, and you're a graduate? I'm like, yes. So, the interview was actually very interesting. It was really, really interesting. Then he said, okay, I think I like you. So, but you still have to meet the restaurant manager, you still have to meet the HR, Then he took me to the restaurant, the manager interviewed me, took me to the HR interviewed me, so they were going to get back to me a couple of days, and I'm like, okay. I think after 4 days or 3 days, they sent me an email that I've gotten the job.
Wow.
And now let's not forget that the hotel I'm about to leave, I'd already done my residence.
Oh, so that would
and my contract was 2 years. So which means if I don't complete 2 years, I need to pay back the hotel 6,000 dirhams. I did not have this money. God. I did not have this money.
Wow.
And that was the only way they would cancel my visa for this
You didn't get to do anyone.
Then I started making phone calls. I called my mom. I called my sister. I called my brothers. I called my friends. So the ones they could send, the one I could borrow, I just jam, I gave them.